Crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.
Beerus, my lord, is there something you wish to say?
Here it comes.
Hello. Hey, hello. What up, motherfuckers? Welcome to the first HNIC Dark Match of 2022, episode 17 of HNIC Dark Match. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We got a whole lot of shit to cover. We got our main man Mike back. We're very happy about that he ain't dead and shit from Omarion, the Decepticon, Megatron, whatever the fuck that is.
It's called the needle of Omarion. That's what it
Listen, the only thing that matters is that you safe and you good, you healthy, or at least on your way to being, and you back, my nigga, with your wrestlers of the week, which we will get into. WWE had their very first pay-per-view on Saturday the 1st, day one. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Jay Cargill, because, everybody's hyped about that shit. Last night, AEW is on TBS. That is very well earned and well deserved. But before we get into all that and the juicy drama that we're going to cover from last week, Big Swole 20 Kahn. Before we do all of that, though, let me go ahead and introduce my compadres. Mike Hennessy, go ahead and let them know since you wasn't here last week. Go ahead. Embellish a little bit.
It's your boy Mike Hennessy, the face that run this place and the best roster on this bitch, because obviously my people are champions. I got all types of good shit going on my side, representing the KFC, representing the 4CW. I mean, this is what we do. I mean, like, I got champions on my side. I got greatness on my side, I mean, one thing I can say is I'm always gonna have that leg up on people, leg up.
Yeah. Leg up. I see what you did.
So definitely, made things happen this week. My people's on my roster, I mean, what can you say?
I am deeply regretting telling him to go hard on his intro now. Jesus. No, it's okay. No, it's good to have you back though for amazing Spider Cam. Let him know who you is.
Everybody know it's Amazing Spider Cam, aka Mr. AKA Put Your Mama in the Figure 4 Leg Lock. CEO, the president, the owner of the Blaze Battle Wrestling, the BBWs. It's getting cold out here, so snuggle up with some BBW action, and then of course, the truth is truth. The fact the leader of the Spider Gang, the chicken's back. The boxes there for the biscuits, the cornbread, you got some waffle fries, you got some 2-piece combos for you. Get a breast and a thigh for you.
That's a waffle fries for free.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And Overlord Kurt, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence as always. We are so thankful and grateful to you.
I got the best roster on this joint, but go ahead.
I feel like we got a broken record on here with us tonight, guys. So, that's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to be repeating the same thing. Yay. Anyhow, y'all should already know who I'm is, but just in case you don't, I'm going to let you stew for a little bit longer because we got to pay them bills first. So go on over to headnerdsincharge.com. Google us if you can't remember all that other shit, but go onto the website. Get some merch. We got Afterpay. Holidays just passed, but this weather's still being crazy. So go ahead, copy some merch. I got that NWO on. I'll show you in a second. Join the email list because HNIC Con is a thing. Tickets are going on sale later this month, baby. And we gearing up because the shit's gonna be here tomorrow, next week, before you know it. So go ahead and do that. going over to patreon.com/head nerds in charge. Join our Patreon because we got plenty of adult, not safe for work content on there at the $10 tier and above. So go ahead and bless yourself, treat yourself to that shit because it's muy delicioso. So bills is paid. King Kurt Live got his spy, and now the odd one, the ruler of the odd ones, the gatherer of the misfits of the world, and president and CEO, owner and founder and COO and CFO and all that shit of a Glorious Ascension Wrestling Division, GAWD, baby. The oddities and the misfits have a home there. Not happy with my roster right now, but it's okay. That don't mean we ain't winners. It just means that now ain't our time just yet. It's okay.
I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I'm a
It's okay.
weirdo. People looking at me crazy. I don't care though.
So anyhow, that's intros out the way. Bills paid. Everybody said they do course and all that shit. So we're gonna switch it up just a little bit today. We're gonna have Mike go over. Cam, you ready for your review? We're gonna go ahead and get into that shit. We gotta go ahead and keep that shit pushing. So let's go ahead and get into Cam's review. Mike will be back with his segment in a little bit. So take it away, Camo. Look at
there you go.
Phone call.
Huh?
It ain't on me, is it?
I mean, it is on you now. Yeah, man.
You.
Mike's
where we going at?
segment, Wrestlers of the Week, baby. Come on.
Okay. So my Wrestlers of the Week is, as said in that scene on there. First, I had to go on my guy Paul Heyman on SmackDown because he was the best thing about SmackDown. SmackDown was not good at all last week. At all. Roman wasn't there. It just was Paul Heyman literally just did a backstage segment and just because he's the best at what he does, the best on the mic, period. That's just he's the guy. So it's like that's my pick right there. My next guy, I'm gonna go with my guy, Brock Lesnar. When you draft somebody and you put him on your team, you put him on your team for a reason. But at the day one pay-per-view, he whooped that ass. He got his ass whooped too at the same time because obviously,
Bobby Lashley
put that work in.
Was.
Don't get me wrong, Bobby that man, but Brock is my number one guy of. We don't even know which one he is. Raw or SmackDown, but now apparently he's Raw now. So still a free agent on low. So because he's going to SmackDown. So Anyway, moving on to the next one. I'm going to go with Brian Baker of NXT. He won the title. You got no choice but to respect it, even if some people don't like it. I did not know that was the son of not Rick Steiner, but
it's Rick Steiner's son.
Yeah, it's Rick Steiner's son, not Scott. Okay, Rick Steiner's son. I did not know that. I'm like, oh shit. And then when he started talking, I'm like, he sound like his uncle. It didn't sound like Rick, he sound like Scott. Like, that's a problem. Because math is about to come real soon, and I don't want that math. Anyway, then we're moving on to the last and final one. Cam put me on to her because I didn't even know who she was. That's a badass woman right there.
That's a bad bitch,
tall,
baby.
Like everything about this woman. She is a beast. She is going to be the best woman in that wrestling division real soon if she's not already. You know what I mean? Jade Cargill, congratulations to you on winning that undefeated. TBS title, undefeated.
23-0
just be
now.
Trashing people. Ruby Soho, good job, but at the same time, nah, bruh. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
And her daughter looked just like her. Oh my gosh.
That was a beautiful, powerful moment for
people
moms
need to give
everywhere.
Jade Cargill her
Black
respects because she's slamming, she doing her thing. I think somebody else needs to be in the ring with her. Let's get her with Britt Baker so we can get that title off of her, and then we can make Jade Cargill that girl in that business. So
Jade,
my wrestlers of the week.
I'm good with that.
Signing out.
Yeah, it was an interesting week. The only two major highlights was the pay-per-view and Dynamite debuting on TBS yesterday. So there wasn't much to cover, like you said. SmackDown wasn't shit. Rampage is trying so hard to be something, and we don't know what the fuck is going on there, but hopefully they're working on it. So, segue into Cam. Since we already kind of touched on the most important thing, but we'll get to that. Let's go ahead and you give us your scoop, your intel, if you will, about day one on Saturday and Dynamite yesterday. Take it away.
Don't be disrespectful. Don't be
Oh,
disrespectful.
what?
You
No,
start
that's telling him not to
laughing.
breathe. Chill
You
out.
start laughing like I know
He has
I
to
gotta
breathe.
breathe.
He
I
gotta breathe.
Uh, day one was something. I mean, I don't know why you have a pay per view in the same month as the Rumble. I guess whatever. I don't know, but this is very last minute. Look put together. They had a 1-on-1 turn into a 3-way, turn into a fatal 4-way, turn into a fatal
Wait,
5-way.
real quick. I chuckled at this promo at the poster because they was dead the fuck ass. You only saw what, one of these people there? I didn't see
Yeah,
no one else
basically.
in the match at day one. Everybody on this promo, except for Bobby Lashley, was not in a match at day one. So I just wanted to shout that out because that was funny. That's why I used it. Go ahead.
But yeah,
wasn't what's the name on day one? No, he wasn't. Damian Priest wasn't on day one. Shit.
no, he wasn't on Raw.
No, he was.
But the Roman had the Rona, so
The
he
woman
had
had
to.
the woman.
Brock had to make it a fatal 5-way. What's this? The kickoff show. Ricochet and Cesaro versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Gives a fuck. But whatever.
Sheamus's prodigy.
Sheamus is the ending of the match was weird, but I get it, I guess. But it was good until a botch happened where Ricochet stepped on Ridge Holland's nose and broke it after a botch move. And then they did some babyface shit with Sheamus as he beat both Cesaro and Ricochet. But whatever, I guess. So that was just weird booking. But
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, Sheamus wins. LOL, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was weird because it's like you know, you can't always plan for what's going to happen. So if a wrestler is injured to a point where he can't fight anymore, you do have to adjust on the spot. So big ups to the Bar for being hella experienced, hella professional, hella fucking like consistent.
Sheamus should have cheated to win, but either or. Yeah, that was that. That was the kickoff to day one. What was the next match? King Kurt on the slides.
Oh
yeah, this again. Like we didn't see this 1,000 times, but you know they find new ways to make the match interesting. So I'll give it to them. It was a solid tag team match, but the Usos won with a 3D at the end of the day. So
they sure did.
I guess shout out to that. So
instead of a double frog splash or a super kick, a double super
body
kick.
Splash. No, they retained SmackDown tag titles. So and then Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss.
This was
Fun
stupid.
fact: this match had more time than the main event. So who would have fucking thought? Yeah, and then. Why was this a pay-per-view match? I don't fucking know.
What are they doing with Drew McIntyre right now? Do you even know? Do they even know?
No, they don't know what they're doing. And then McIntyre is going to be out for some time because I think he's injured or he needs surgery, one or the other. So they wrote him off TV at the end of the post-match. So this didn't need to be plus 10-minute match, but I guess they wanted to push Madcap Moss and see if he could keep up with Drew McIntyre. Weird booking, but whatever. And then they had RK Bro versus Street Profits, and then the Migos came out with RK Bro.
With the white people.
You would think they would come out with the Street whatever, but you know that's pandering. Let's come out with the blacks. Come out with the blacks. That's a little bit of pandering.
Yeah, that might not be it. It might be a Randy Orton thing.
Nah,
I got you. It might be a Randy Orton thing.
What? No parts.
Like
as the Migos, it's like, look, off GP, I'm gonna go out with the niggas. Off GP, I don't give a fuck who is reigning champs or whatever. I'm walking out with the niggas who look like me.
I mean, the match was solid. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was an assisted RKO for the win.
Yes.
You know, everybody can pull that. Yeah, that was a dope pose. I'm not gonna lie. So, I'm kind of sick of RK Bro. They need to just drop the titles.
RK Bro.
I'm waiting for Orton to do a fucking RKO on poor little
Riddle again.
On poor little.
Not gonna happen.
No, I need him to mean it this time. Y'all like, hey, listen. No, I think he is having fun though.
He having fun.
Okay, and then as Chase is in a very lackluster match.
Child, Maurice though. Oh.
And then Beth Phoenix came out looking like somebody from fucking Mad Max. So okay, cool.
Witness me.
They're going to have a series of matches, so this was only the first one because they're going to have an intergender match. Because the Miz is the king of intergender matches.
Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. We already know that's
God.
going to go down.
They're going to win. Maurice and Miz. They're going to probably.
Please don't drag this out to Mania. Please, by the Lord's mercy, do not drag this out to Mania. This is not a good match at all.
I felt like their styles clashed, and it wasn't in a good way. Like, it wasn't a good matchup at all. Like, they are both independently solid wrestlers, but together, it was just not enjoyable.
It was a mess, but what was the next match? Because this wasn't it.
No,
it was Becky versus.
Hold on.
It was Becky versus Liv Morgan. That was the last.
Liv is fucking impressing me, bro. Like, oh my god! Every time she step in that ring, she impresses me further.
It was solid. Not gonna. Liv is still rough around the edges. She can't cut a promo and save her fucking life, but she surprised you in the ring a little bit with some moves she does. And Becky is still, top 5.
The man.
She's still top 5 in the company. So
it was
solid. Power bomb was beautiful.
So good at
I don't know when they're gonna. Becky is gonna drop the belt. I don't know if it's going to be to Liv Morgan. Maybe not. But if it is, it'll probably be at the Rumble, maybe just another match. But we'll see. It was okay.
But like, why would they push Liv so hard and then have her to lose? Like, at this point, no one's really gonna care anymore because we keep hoping that she's gonna win and she don't. It's just gonna be like,
she's the baby face. She has to grind it out. She had to grind out her wins.
Okay.
Listen, you got to grind hard when you're a baby face. It's easy to be the heel. It's easy. You can cruise through.
And this match, the Fatal 5-Way.
Do not say it. That match was good.
Bobby Lashley.
This match was good.
Oh, I didn't even say nothing about the match yet.
No, I heard Goddess. I heard her. She was about to say something about it.
Freaking Rollins and Brock Lesnar. That's
his official name now, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes. This was fast, in your face action, no breaks, no filler. Everybody's just going 100 miles an hour. Great match, by the way.
Brock has 2 moves.
I felt as though they made Bobby Lashley look really fucking strong in this match.
As they should.
Put Brock on a hurt lock. He's the only one that didn't take an F5, speared him through a barrier.
2 spears.
Pretty much. So this was a good match for Lashley. Everybody else was pretty much an afterthought. And then, of course, Big E takes the pin. Brock Lesnar, your new WWE champion. And everybody is just criticizing Big E as being a lackluster WWE champion.
It's not his fault.
Beg to differ. It's the booking. He had bad booking, but I have examples of some bad WWE championship reigns that y'all are, wrestling fans are prisoner of the moment. And unfortunately, that's the way things are. So let me ask you this real quick. Did you
Hold on, King Kurt. He has a spiel. He got a spiel.
Did you like? Hold on. Did you like John Cena's 13-day WWE Championship reign?
Yeah.
Oh, nobody complained. Okay. Did you like Bray Wyatt's 49-day WWE Championship reign? Remember that when he won Elimination Chamber and lost to Randy Orton? Oh, nobody complained about that.
Wait, so are you specifically talking to the people who are blaming Big E or who are pissed off that he lost the title? Because I'm just pissed off that he lost the title. I'm not blaming him.
No, blaming Big E and saying he's a lackluster champion.
Yeah, fuck him.
But
Big E was strong as a champion. What are they talking about?
He was booked badly. Did you like Randy Orton's 22-day WWE Championship reign when he beat Drew McIntyre? Oh, okay. I don't know. Did you like the Miz's 8-day reign when he cashed in Money in the Bank?
Go! Oh!
I don't know. I have no clue. But I'm not done. The Universal Championship, also lackluster reigns. Bray Wyatt, again, lackluster reign. Did you remember Braun Strowman's 140-day Universal Championship reign when he beat Goldberg?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Do you remember Goldberg's 22-day reign as Universal Champion? Okay.
So the point would be y'all motherfuckers are stupid for blaming Big E. It's not his fault.
Just bad. Listen, wrestling fans are prisoner of the moment. That's all. He was poorly booked. It is what it is. If you're on Raw, you're gonna say
he should have
the
been
same
on
motherfuckers
SmackDown.
every
He
week.
should have beat Roman for that title. That would have been
No, we're not gonna say that been worse, but
Nah, good. Roman is better at feuds than most of the people he was feuding against. Like, you name a person that was better at a feud than Roman, then I'll agree with you.
At a feud?
Who's better at a feud with Big E than Roman?
Oh, with Big E.
Feud with Kevin Owens.
You didn't say
okay.
with Big E specifically.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
okay,
Big
okay.
E. If him and Roman won that and he got the title from Roman, that's a better look for E. It's a stronger look. If I'm booking that, I'm beat that guy because this is an established guy here. This is an established guy here.
Brock Lesnar's a part-timer who knows how to do an F5 and a suplex good.
Well, for Brock to win the title, this is better. This is better because it opens up more storylines. So he finally gets to face Lashley at the Royal Rumble,
which you gonna win?
Which he wanted for 15 plus years, pretty much. So I mean, he finally gets it. We finally can get a unification match, maybe at WrestleMania, something along those lines. I know we're gonna see Brock Roman again, but it makes it more interesting. So Brock winning the title isn't as bad as people make it seem. He's a draw. He's his best for business.
I don't know about that one, Chief, but you know.
Yeah, okay.
What's that? Draw. That's why he's my part-timer.
You got Raw on here as for the review?
Nah, you said Dynamite.
Oh, Dynamite. Okay. We'll go to Dynamite. Newark, New Jersey. I believe they were in nastiness. First show on TBS. I guess, and they opened up with the title match, Wangman Page versus Bryan Danielson, and this was better than the 60-minute match.
Yes, it was, and Bryan Danielson was fucking heel of heels, man.
It was good. I liked it. They wrestled for about 30 minutes. We can round it up to about 30 minutes. They both got some blood on them. They both got some color on them. It was a better match overall. I'm still not a believer in Hangman Page, but whatever. I mean,
I'm not either. I'm not even gonna hold
you. I don't know where Danielson goes from here, but whatever. I don't know. MJF versus the Captain Shawn Dean.
Oof, that was interesting.
And then Punk comes out and
what's that next one?
GTS's Shawn Dean to give MJF his first loss in the 2022
Negan of WWE.
So of course they trade barbs in the promo. Just like, I could go promo in main event WrestleMania. Okay, yeah, cool.
Ew.
He may drop in WWE. And then I like Punk's retort. He's like, you could main event day 4 of a buy one get one free pay per view. Pretty cool. Fine. Wardlow. Wardlow demolishes power bombs at the power bombs at the power bombs at the power bombs. But we get Wardlow for CM Punk. And yes, the Jade Cargo versus Ruby Soho. It was a nasty match. It looked technically it looked bad. I mean, we know Jade is still green as fuck.
She's still green, yeah.
It's fine. She has time to grow. She is your inaugural, I will say it correctly, TBS Women's Champion.
Only because Jay won, right? If it would have been Ruby, you would have called it a whole championship.
It was a whole championship. But let's look at it.
It looks like Holes right there. Fuck you! I hate you! It looks like Holes right there.
Yep.
Shout out to Jay coming out acting like Storm in the
I can't unsee it, guys.
Look at it.
I'm
It says
freaking out.
Championship.
This whole time. Yeah, that was a glorious, wonderful, beautiful, fantastic moment. It was great.
Shout out to Jay for being the inaugural TBS championship. Nobody can take that away from me. Malachi Black versus Brian Pillman Jr.
Stupid ass
whatever.
match.
Who gives a fuck? Pillman botched his move and he got rounds kicked in the face. So there you go. There you go. There goes the box right there. Look. Reset, kick in the face. This match
card was beautiful.
Fucking sense.
It didn't.
Why Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus beat the Lucha Brothers? Because if you look at the Young Bucks' reign, nobody can beat the Bucks, and the Lucha Brothers went through hell and high water to beat the Bucks in a steel cage. Through all that bullshit.
And he won with a fucking roll up pin. Mm-hmm.
And then
it was a beautiful submission pin, though. It was beautiful.
Come on now.
But yeah, it was fucked up. I didn't like
it's a move that was done beforehand that should have been the deciding factor. That was a kick out. But he won on a roll up. I was mad as fuck. They said moment of the week. Go back to Jade Cargill winning the title, and that should have been
number one. She was number 5 moment of the week. So
no, because people care about the luchas. And then the update
it's Jungle Boy that they love. Sorry.
Update on Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is fine. He just badly
He broke his
dislocated.
arm.
No, it's not broken. It's dislocated.
Oh,
He's
is this
okay.
okay? Okay. Bless his heart.
It's good
Because
enough to.
botch choke slam through a table, and then all the tag teams came out. Looks like who gives a fuck? Whatever.
There's a target on their backs now because they're new champs and
Oh, who cares?
they're the crowd favorite. All the white girls were crying when the pretty long-haired white boy held up the belt.
And the dinosaur won also. So
nobody cares about Luchasaurus. I promise you, it's all about Jungle Boy. He's fantastic at what he does, but nobody cares about Luchasaurus.
But yeah, that was the reviews for the week. And if you didn't see Raw, Fatal 4-Way was a pretty good match. I liked it.
It was.
Lashley won. He's going to face Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble.
Lashley been on fire.
Mm-hmm. He's not going to win that title. Just let y'all know that.
Lashley got cheers. Lashley was getting...
about to go face.
Chance.
You know what I'm looking forward to out of this whole rivalry? I'm looking forward to MVP versus Paul Heyman. That's what I want to see. Because you know what's going to happen.
The dialogue is going to be awesome.
How you going to stop Paul Heyman is the part that I'm interested in.
As much as I can't stand that man, he is the best at what he does. Period. Paul Heyman is that nigga when it comes to that. Anyway, Brock Lesnar.
Say it louder.
No.
All right.
The only reason why I said it is anyway, segue into the whole thing, man. Anyhow, Cam, thank you for your review of the week. It wasn't as offensive as I was thinking it was, and I was anticipating. So I'm a little scared for next week, but I'm gonna wait for that for next week. So moving right along. We got some conversation to get into, but it's gonna be a little heavy because, baby, there's some drama going on with AEW right now. But we're gonna get into that in a little bit. King Kurt got some botches of the week for us, the first botch segment of 2022, and I cannot wait to see what kind of fuckery he's pulled up. I can't wait to see the fuckery he's pulled up. All I heard was oohs and ahs, so I'm just like, oh shit. Ooh. Whatever the hell. So while he's queuing that up, my thing about the Street Profits, I have an issue with the Street Profits. I know they're a great tag team.
The Blacks.
But I need ladders is the theme. Oh my God, I can't wait. But I need Montez to go ahead and get a singles push. I think he can do well by himself. I don't want to see them split up. I know they don't want to see themselves split up, but he has all the trappings of a solid singles performer, and I would love to see him get a push because he's good. Oh, King Kurt's ready for us now. Okay, guys, botches of the week. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Oh no. That's a big motherfucker. That wasn't bad.
These ladders are crazy.
Dirt.
Get fucked.
Oh man. That's barbed wire too.
Oh,
Like a Looney Tune character.
That is a grown ass man. And his head was already busted. Did you see that?
Get fucked.
He got folded in half.
That was a good try.
Mad bad.
Oh, that's my girlfriend. Oh, I said he would. Oh, Mike Awesome. Rest in peace, good brother.
Oh no. He wasn't ready. Motherfucker,
right.
if you know that's gonna be fire, what the fuck is the fire extinguisher? Yo, that one guy who slid across the ring, he reminded me of Stomp the Yard when he was up on his elbow. He went, ah!
Stomp the yard, yo.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you, they won the award. That nigga went, she. Anyhow, King Kurt, that was a great first botch segment of the year. Thank you so much as always. They were great. As always, if you have any botches or anything interesting or weird or painful or hilarious that is wrestling themed, go ahead and email us at contact@headnerdsincharge.com or slip into them HNIC Dark Match DMs on Instagram, boo, at HNIC Dark Match, and send us footage. We may put it in the next show. You never know. So now that the botch segment is out the way, we can get to the heavy shit. All right, King Kurt, can we get the screenshots of Big Swole's words real quick while we queuing that up? So Big Swole was a wrestler on AEW and she recently left. She had some health and medical issues. That was the rumor of why she left AEW, but she has a podcast out and this is what she had to say. I explained to TK, Tony Kahn, that I didn't want to re-sign because my piece was being disrupted. Swole said during the show, if anybody knows me or knows myself, if anything is disrupting your piece, it's time to let it go. My heart just stopped being in it as the reason why I left AEW. I felt like there were a lot of things, and I told them in my exit interview, there are a lot of things that need to change. I felt like the women shouldn't have gone through everything they went through just to get on TV or get time. You're signed to this big company, you should get time. All these men are getting time, but the women weren't getting anything, or you're not putting people on TV because more people are coming in, which Cam has been talking about with WWE. Outside of the lack of structure, their biggest issue, which is diversity. I do not beat around the bus when it comes to diversity and my people. There is no representation, truly, and where there is, it does not come across in the Black community as genuine at all. I don't know why everybody is so afraid to accept it or say it, but it's not a good look. What happens is you have the wonderful company that treats people like family, but there is nobody that looks like me that is represented at the top and in the room with them. They are not helping to necessarily influence decisions, but to explain why certain slang and certain words shouldn't be said. There is no one else who can explain our culture and experience except for us. Now let's go ahead and pause there for a second, right? Cam, I know you got shit to say about it, so go ahead and speak your piece. What you mean? Like, how are you feeling about her words first?
Too, but, you know.
I mean, it's true. I mean, she's not wrong, especially in the women's division.
Good job.
But
Mike?
if you just look at, all right, before Jade got there, right, it was just pretty much like
Big Swole,
Riho. For if you're looking at people that aren't white, okay. So it's Riho, Nyla Rose, and maybe Big Swole, maybe.
Then they have a couple of Asian wrestlers too.
Yeah,
Rio
Sheeta,
and
Rio, you're right.
Hikaru, yeah.
And then Red Velvet a little later.
She just came in though. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty much about it. And then Jade got there. They put the the battery in her back to get out there. But if you look at the male POC wrestlers, I mean,
even the black, they're not even that top tier.
There's not a lot of them.
Scorpio Sky was tag team champion, but that didn't last too long.
When's the last time we've seen him?
Men of the Year stuff, but other than that, I mean, Dante Martin, Powerhouse Hobbs. Sunny Kiss is in the fucking void somewhere. So,
which is crazy. Because Sunny Kiss is damn good at what he does too.
Yeah, but most of it seems like the Kiara Hogans and the rest of them are wrestling on Dark and Dark Elevation. Captain Sean Dean. I don't know. They signed Jay Lethal. He's in what, 2 matches.
Leo Rush and all right, Mike. What do you got to
Leo
say
Rush
about
is
it?
in a couple matches.
So that seems to be a big problem for me with AEW, because when I sat and really looked at them, I always thought of this, but now that somebody's actually coming out and saying it, it makes more sense for my thoughts when it came to it. WWE, regardless of who wants to say, oh well, they just now, it don't even matter. Like, they did it. Like, that's why AEW has a problem to me, because they cater to them hardcore wrestling fans. And if you look in the crowd, what do you see?
PLC
Guys my age now that were hardcore wrestling fans were in the 90s, or a little bit older, that was hardcore wrestling fans in the 90s, those white, drunk, ready to scream and yell and rage out during wrestling matches, the fuck you Cena's and the fuck you this, and they want to be able to throw a beer can at somebody and feel good that they did that.
Oof.
And even during the Attitude Era, in our era, there was only like maybe 1 or 2 people that was on top in black. No, just one. Honestly, one black champion in that whole little circle of stuff that was happening in the Attitude Era was just The Rock. The only one standing there by himself was the only black champion that was representing black culture. Now, I'm not going to say he doesn't necessarily did that, but his persona was more of what a black man would do. You know what I mean? As opposed to what a person of a different, a person that had the riches and certain things he swagged out a certain way. Like this, now you look at AEW, they're following that Attitude Era style of wrestling. Let's get the
Which is
hardcore
crazy.
fans going, brutal, hard hitting, kicking the shit out of each other, doing all this other stuff. Like,
Blood,
and I miss that
guts,
about wrestling. But where's your representation of other cultures?
Well,
Like,
I'll say in the beginning, for the males, right? The
Mhm.
male singles competitors. If you're starting a company, you get the familiar people in there. Get Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, Hangman Page, Pac, all the other stuff. I understand that. You got to get a draw. So it's just like, that's how it's going to work. But tag teams, they did whatever they wanted to tag. Private Party was a black duo. The Acclaim, a black duo. One of them is gay also. So if you want to throw that in there as a caveat also, fine, whatever. If you want to add that to it. But Private Party, they beat Young Bucks. Clean. Didn't matter.
Clean, child. Yeah.
They could have done whatever they wanted in the tag division. Even with the TBS title, we're going to put on Darby first. We're going to put it on Luke Harper. Then we're going to then we're going to put on Cody. Then we're going to put on Luke Harper. Then we're going to put on Cody again. Then we're going to put it on Miro. Then we're going to put on Sammy Guevara. Then we're going to put on. They could put it on Andy, not Cody, 3 fucking times.
But see,
it's a family title.
And then the women could have been excelled beyond that with creativity. You don't have a made person in the women's division, so you could have made it whatever you want. Nyla was champion a little bit, but not as long as Riho, not as long as Sheeta,
not as long as Britt fucking Baker.
Nah, fuck that.
That's all I see is this, bro. There's nothing wrong with her. She's good. That's all I see.
There's plenty wrong with her. I'm sick of fucking seeing her.
I'm just saying, like,
shit.
I want to make this last point behind something. Like, Cam, I completely understand what you're saying. Like, in the beginning, you got to establish the grounds because you got to get familiarity and all the other stuff.
Been
like,
3 years
Ric Flair going to being in WCW from NWA makes sense. You know what I mean? You need people to represent a certain way. That's why, people went to different companies to help build that company. But once you did become established, you got Powerbomb Hobbs. Like, Powerhouse. I'm sorry, Powerhouse. Fuck I'm talking about. He really can't be champion. It's a big ass dude. Now, even if he's not the best on the fucking promos, you still got Hangman fucking Adam Page as your goddamn champion, and he not great at promos.
Honey, Hangman Adam Page. Though I feel like the only reason why he got that title is because they feel sorry for him. He's the only one that didn't win. He should have had it years ago, but he didn't really grab for it because he felt like it was just going to be given to him. So it's like, then he got really discouraged and he started just not trying anymore. And now because he tried for a few matches and he's getting encouragement, they're going to push him. Like,
I mean, the thing is, they've been building him for 3 years, so He's supposed to, like, if you look at the first champion, it was Chris Jericho. He's a heel.
That's fine.
If you look at what Moxley was the next champion, he's kind of
That's
like
fine.
He
a
was like in
tweener.
between.
So
Yeah.
he's a tweener. Kenny was full heel when he won. So
Kenny was
then you
great.
got Paige. He's the first babyface champion. So they was building him up to be the whole ground zero,
He ain't
clawing
meeting them expectations though. Like
storylines. Like you know, they was building him up to be the first good babyface champion. So it's just like,
okay.
So
I
let's turn
real quick,
around.
Can I say something real quick before you go?
What's up?
How come they couldn't go get Moose or something like that?
because Moose wanted to be an Impact.
No. I get it. But I'm just saying, like, you paying all these other people stuff. Why can't you go and get Moose? Moose is probably better than most people who on that mic that you got as your champion right now.
Moose wants to be a lifer at Impact. I get it.
Okay, I'm just saying.
The point is, like, you can have a business model at the beginning to establish yourself, but to try and sell your brand as the answer to WWE that everyone's been waiting for, and then to do the same stupid shit that WWE was trying to do, but with more money thrown at it. Like, y'all know how I am. I used to be hardcore WWE, but then Vince McMahon and them and co really started to piss me off about how they were doing like the black wrestlers or whatever. But black wrestlers have held titles. They've earned titles. They have retained titles. They've held on to them and defended them, all the shit. So say what you want about Vince McMahon and WWE, but when you look at what they've done and not just what they've talked about, it's not a comparison. And I'm not even talking about the entire 20 or 30 year reign. I'm talking about just in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as a person who really wants AEW to do well, because I have a thing against conglomerates, like Tony Khan's response to Swole. Do we have that, King Kurt? I'm hoping I added that in there. Tony Khan's response to Big Swole. No, those are defending ones. But honestly, there were a whole bunch of people who took Swole's issues and was just like, did I miss that? I sure did. Well, that's on me. Okay, so Tony Khan essentially responded with, no, it's me. My bad. That's the one screenshot I forgot. Okay, so Tony Khan, in so many words, was like, hey, there are other brown people up in here. I'm here. Mega's here. And look at, like Nyla and Rio. He basically tried that whole, I'm not racist, I have black friends type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he rounded it off with, the reason why I let Big Swole's contract expire is because I didn't like her wrestling. Her wrestling got bad. Who the fuck? What grown ass millionaire, billionaire, whatever the fuck responds like that? Like, you have a person who's on her podcast who told you all of this shit already. She wasn't cursing you. She wasn't dogging you, wasn't trashing you. She was asked a question about what's the real reason why she left, and she respectfully and eloquently explained what her grievances were after she told y'all what her grievances were.
But the tweet was worse than that. So not only did he include himself and whatever other person he did, he included Dante Martin, Nyla Rose, the Acclaimed, and Private Party, saying they have wins in 2021, which that didn't matter any of it. He excluded Brandy Rose as being a person in higher power that is also a black woman, but you need to yourself as one of them. And then he goes on to say that her wrestling was bad. That's why he got rid of her. Then he promoted a street fight with 4 white women in there. So
in the same tweet, mind you, this was the same tweet. That's why I'm so mad at myself. I'm sorry, y'all. But the point is, like, if you have a person who you asked, what could we have done better? And she answered you honestly, waited for all that shit to chill and die out, whatever. She out here doing her own thing. But you should have known niggas was gonna have questions, because she got booked almost immediately up against I'm blanking on her name. No. I'm talking about after AEW. Who is the Pan-African like title holder. Anyway, I'll look that up in a second. She was booked for a match after she left. So they're like, well, if she left for medical reasons, why she's still fighting? So she had to clear the air. Now, mind you, I don't think it's a coincidence that on one of her first podcast episodes, she wants to put this little drama out there. But I commend her because she knew that was going to get her some traction. But also, it is to use her platform to hopefully incite change. Like how she worded it and phrased it wasn't, oh, they some bitch niggas, whatever. It's just like, hey, I saw areas of opportunity. I shared them. Tony Khan clapped back childishly, immaturely. Leo Rush, can we put his responses up real quick? Leo was pissed. And it was crazy because just before he was like, oh yeah, you should go and watch me on this. I'm doing this and that. And then he's like, nah, I don't like this shit. And everybody was like, what are you talking about? But he was listening to her podcast and he was like, I don't like this shit. I need answers. We need to start asking questions. And then as soon as Tony Khan responded, Leo Rush was like, nigga, apologize, say uncle, and then tag Tony Khan, his boss, in the tweet. And I was like, Leo, you mad. But like, also, you got the flip side of it. You have the wrestlers of color who are corroborating what Swole was talking about and supporting her in that. Like, look, everyone's experiences are different, but yeah, you know, there are some areas of opportunity. Hopefully they work on that. Then you got the flip side of that, Powerhouse Hobbs. Can you put up the white one of Powerhouse Hobbs, Kurt, please? The white clip that says like Powerhouse Hobbs at the bottom. Powerhouse Hobbs put up this shit. Does anybody want to read this for me?
No.
All right, real quick. Okay. Let me get my coon voice real quick. Let me put my coon voice on. Massive. There is so much that goes into AEW that those online don't see. It often flies under the radar that Tony and Mega are people of color, and having them in charge of AEW represents progress for pro wrestling. Excuse me. I see firsthand how hard they're working to make wrestling more diverse. Go ahead, Mr. Non-white white man. I want you all to know that I consider Tony and Mega family, and I'm disappointed to see their efforts dismissed. People have no idea the time and effort it takes to put shows on and to make AEW an open environment where people like me are seen and heard. Tony works hand in hand with people of color on the roster all the time about their story ideas, input, matches, etc. His fucking job. Not every idea will work, but every idea is listened to and valued. Obviously not. My personal voice has been heard. This is where he fucked up, in my opinion. My personal voice has been heard, and I've had input for many of my opportunities. As a Black male, I plan on using my voice to do what I can to make sure that this company is diverse. Yeah. I'm also very aware that diversity comes in many forms: women, Black, Latinx, East Asian, South Asian, LGBTQ+. The more diversity, equity, and inclusion we can build in wrestling, the more fans we can engage with, and the more fun we can all have together. AEW is a young company led by people of color heading in the right direction. I'm proud to be a part of that momentum, and I know my colleagues stand beside me when I say that. You a bitch nigga. You can't speak for everybody over there, Will Hobbs. So, you know he knew he fucked up, right? Because after he posted this and got drugged, I mean, I'm talking about got dragged on Black Twitter. Because what you don't do, he fucked up like twice or three times over. Number one, he's immediately going against a Black woman, talking about, well, my experience isn't like that. That's what Terry Crews fucking did to Gabrielle Union. We canceled a motherfucker over that because you are not about to look another person. Let's take sex out of it. You're not about to tell another person that their experience is invalid because your experience don't match that. Who that sound like? White people.
I think that was a real cough you just did.
I'm just saying. As a man, he screwed up. As a Black person, he screwed up. And as a Black man, he screwed up 3 times over. Yep. But that's just me. What do y'all think about Will Hobbs' response in particular? That one that he did.
He should have talked to her personally. I think there's always room for that shit. Like when you go and make something, when you go talking like to the media and shit, or trying to put yourself out there to save grace. Like I think like you actually making her point valid that it's discomfort within the company. Like she
and they don't like
literally
talking
said
about
that,
it.
but none of y'all addressed that with her and went to her. So I was like, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Also, I mean, he listen. If anything, that sounded like the Vince McMahon "Kiss My Ass" club because that's why I was making as many kiss noises as I could. Every sentence, wah, wah, wah. I got you, Tony. Wah. Like,
Listen,
tongue kiss your booty cheeks, Tony. Like,
bro,
like,
ew, tongue
yeah,
kiss the booty.
yup. That's how far he went
That's
with it.
wild.
My
Yep.
tongue don't belong in there. That's one way
He wanted. I
tragic.
said his ass cheeks. I didn't want his ass. Oh, that's his problem if he want to go that far. But
That's in close enough proximity for concern. I'm just saying.
He might as well keep on kissing because he was heading to some special places.
I was gonna have some Rocky Road ice cream later. Not gonna do that now.
Ew. You make it
Cam?
sound bad.
Cam, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Like when it comes to her comments on her podcast, to Tony Khan's response, to all of the people who are like, hey, this is a constant issue, Lio Rush and Will Hobbs. What do you make of that?
I'm pretty sure Hobbs didn't write that himself, but he okayed it, so that made it worse.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, he just...
That means he didn't read it, huh? You're trying to say he didn't proofread his own words?
No, he probably did, but he's like, look, I need to protect my bag and my possible future push.
Right. So, Big Swole was in her right to speak her piece about it. Tony Khan... can you imagine Vince just like going to Twitter saying that? Never in a million years. So it's just like
even Vince wouldn't be that fucking stupid. He'll say that in his office behind closed doors with nobody listening.
He don't talk to nobody.
Right. If it could make him money, then yeah, because he could turn Brett. He turned Brett screwed Brett into money. So I mean, and that was about
Facts.
So. Is Will Hobbs shucking and jiving? He's shucking and jiving just a tad bit. He needs to relax.
And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
And we all know
Leo Rush. No time for shucking and jiving. Sorry, go ahead.
Leo Rush don't give no fucks. He could easily get put on in Japan, put on anywhere else. He feels like it. He'll probably just retire again. So, we'll see. I kind of want to hear from Dante Martin because he is.
I'd love to hear from Dante Martin. He was one of the people who was
all day. So
yeah.
Well, so we may not. So
probably not because he saw what Will Hobbs did, and he don't want to possibly do the same thing.
In the defense of AEW, it is a 3-year-old company. So
in a new era, though,
I don't know. I don't know if it's a rush to push somebody of diversity to make them champion. Now, are you going to push people of diversity to give them more screen time? I think that's well established. Did you forget people that brought you to this point that are people of color? Yes, you did. Sunny Kiss, Private Party, things like that. So Will Hobbs will be next. Will Hobbs will be in the shuffle of the AEW. But if you're not an ex-WWE guy right now or a top champion,
you ain't getting shit.
So
you ain't getting so much screen time.
With all this happening, my issue outside of that, Jade Cargill's win yesterday, it's almost like I can't enjoy it the way I would want to, because now the question's in my head, did they only give her that because of that drama with Swole, or did they give her a shot because she truly deserves it? She's still green as fuck. So technically there could be other candidates, but they gave it to Jade.
I did hear something about it was a last minute decision to make Jade Cargill the champion. I did. I think I read that yesterday, that she was a last minute decision to win that championship.
Now, a push is a push is a push. That's cool. But there was also a comment that Swole made a while ago about her. Like, she's like, look, I've been here. If anybody should get a title push, it should be me. And I know Jade Cargill. I don't care who she is, what she look like, or how good
We're
she
not gonna do
is.
that.
No, no,
We're not
no.
gonna do
I'm
that.
saying this is what other people have brought up. Because, like, at the end of the day, you can't utilize a person who has every right to say what they say against a person who has no control over that. Jade Cargill is good at what she fucking does, and she also is up and coming. So in a way, it's like, I think she knows or has an idea that her win could be a publicity thing for TK. But she also is going to be like, well, I got that title now, bitch. I wish you would try and take it from me. Like, I have no doubt that she will be able to retain it.
If,
But I'm wondering why now instead of just.
If I'm pushing one person, whether it be Big Swole or Jade Cargill, I'm pushing Jade Cargill. She has the look. She has everything. I mean, she doesn't have the wrestling ability. I mean, they're not really too far off. I mean, Big Swole's not a fucking world beater in the ring, so let's not do that. But Jade Cargill has the look. You got to have the look to be champion. That's just something you need to have.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at WWE, Dana Brooke been there X amount of years. You gonna push Dana Brooke because she just been there? No, that's just silly.
I'm gonna tell you who they should have given a title at least once, that they didn't, and that's Tamina.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
now,
like recently?
Mm-hmm.
She only won the tag
like
title.
10 years ago type shit?
That's her only title. She's been in the business for a while. She's a
Let's not do
good
that.
heel. She's a good heel.
She's not a good wrestler.
I can't say that. Just she's a wild wrestler. That's
okay. I'm sorry, not good enough to hold a title out of that women's division.
Okay, come on.
I can't say nothing because
that
there's
was
some
bad.
women who
We're not
had
gonna
that
do
title
that.
that I'm looking like, are you fucking serious? Like,
she can't cut a promo. She can't wrestle. She just Tamina Snuka. And
she's beautiful. Don't get it twisted. She can do whatever she wants in my body. But
it's the Snuka name that got her still in there, but no, not a champion. No, not at all.
at one point, Maria was their champion before she had mic skills. She just looked
okay.
No wrestling skills, trash. And are you going to say that she's better than Tamina in the ring? Like,
oh, when it was still divas?
Yes.
Anybody was there. Point. Kelly was champion.
Oh Lord.
And that's my point. You put people who shouldn't have been champion as champion. My point is,
if you look at Divas champion, you don't see Tamina. It counteracts one another.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Disrespectful shit. I get
Listen,
it. Like,
at the end of the day, hashtag protect and respect Black women, and then add on to that Black women wrestlers. Because like Jade already posed the question, like, what do y'all have against Black female wrestlers? Like, I really want fucking genuine answers, because plenty of people have talked plenty of shit about their job in wrestling. And if it's a white man or even a white woman, there's empathy and concern there, or at least like some sympathy, if no empathy. But as soon as a Black woman has valid concerns and has evidence to back it up, she's ungrateful. And then people are defending Tony's response. And I'm just like, look, he can feel how he feels, but there's a way to conduct your business in public. And that wasn't it. Like, you can take critique and be all like, you know what? We are aware of the areas of opportunity and we are constantly like working on them. I can't anything but trashing a person who was minding their own business on their own shit while they were talking about their experience. She wasn't even talking about you personally, except the fact that she told you what was going on.
We need Cody Rhodes to figure this out. He ended racism.
You a motherfucking Cody and Brandy Rhodes can fix all of this because they have the cure for racism.
It's their
daughter.
Child.
Oh, that's why I said their daughter. Look, at the end of the day, there's always been an issue with the lack of respect and encouragement and support to Black wrestlers. Now, that has changed tremendously in the last 10 years because of this new generation of wrestling fans and talent and staff. Granted, which is why I don't think AEW should get that much of a handout from me, because it's yes, you're new, but also you have 30 plus years of how the fuck not to do something. So there's only so long you can use that as an excuse for what it is that you're not doing correctly. And you also don't have to respond like that when it's called out. You can just be like, we hear you. We working on it. Or I didn't know. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. But to feel defensive as fuck because people been critiquing you about how you've been conducting your business since it started, stop projecting onto this black woman over here who is only speaking her truth. That's my piece on it.
I have one more thing and I'm done with it.
What's up?
Stop following WWE's blueprint and stop trying to create the Monday Night Wars. It's not going to fucking happen. He's done that too, going after Vince McMahon and a person that was Vince McMahon's rival who was beating the shit out of Vince McMahon told him, you need to go sit your little ass down somewhere.
He wasn't wrong.
Nobody cares if you're a billionaire. You could be a billionaire walking down the street. If people don't know you're a billionaire, they don't give a fuck. Like, sit your ass down, establish your brand. In the trenches,
look at this nigga in the eyeballs. You can't say you competing with him. And I'm
not saying y'all can't sell out arenas, but WWE has been selling out hundreds of thousands of arenas every fucking year for 50 plus years. 50. You're year 3. You're in year 4 now. Like, sit down. I like you.
It's okay to keep learning. It's okay to keep learning as you go.
Sit your silly ass down right now and establish your brand.
Listen,
you got the top. You got Punk out of fucking retirement. You are GOAT-like status. You're just not the GOAT, nigga. You're LeBron to Mike, and I'm said it right here on live. You're LeBron to Mike. Sit down, young man. I'll leave it as that.
I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna do it.
Sit your ass down.
I'm not gonna do it. Okay.
Sit your ass down. Listen, Arn Anderson gotta have a talk with him or something. Pull out the fucking
Glock.
Somebody gotta do something. That motherfucker tripping.
Yo, okay. So, questions, comments, snide remarks about this main card topic before we wrap it up for the day. Like for real, Tony Kahn, baby, you are HNIC Dark Match's first noob of the week, bro. Like seriously, that's how you handled that shit was not okay. For everyone to for you trying so hard to get people to respect you and what you're trying to do, you're acting like a petulant fucking child right now with a whole bunch of money, and that's dangerous because at this point you're playing with people's lives and careers. On, obviously not, bro. Your shit still needs work, and it's okay to do that. You had a blank slate. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Can you just X out whatever plan that you got? Because it's obviously not working for all of your talent involved. And you don't want to be like Attitude Era and only have 2 or 3 people carrying your whole brand. It is 2022. Evolve. Please. For the love of fucking Christ. So, Cam, any last or final thoughts on that shit?
Nah, he be all right. That's my advice to him.
How y'all roster doing?
We chilling.
I'm looking at the office camera right now. Sorry. I whenever I hear some bullshit or some fuckery, I look at the camera, I break the fourth wall and I'm just like,
I just want to know.
My roster's doing fine. It's solid. Okay. We're building.
Oh, look.
We're building.
Hold up.
We're building our empire.
Ain't Belly gonna be coming back soon? She's gonna come back to Royal Rumble. She might win the Royal Rumble.
Right now, I don't like you very much, mate. I don't like you very much at all.
I still got the Raw Women's Champion, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, you got that, right?
All that's irrelevant.
Nobody, oh yeah, you got. Oh, what her person?
Rise to the top, oh yeah. I am the queen.
All right, y'all. So next week, your girl is going to be on vacation. Wow. So I'm gonna go visit my daughter in Texas. So we'll figure out what to do for y'all next week. But the week after, we are coming back strong, hard, and heavy. Strong, hard, and heavy. We're going to have a new tournament for you guys for sure, and we got some shit cooking up because we have rosters, we have companies, and we got shit we got to start planning to do with them. Going to start having dream matches and tournaments and whatnot. It's going to be a lot of fucking fun. So make sure you keep coming back and chilling with us and supporting us every Thursday, every most of the Thursdays. I can't say every Thursday, and then I just said like next week there might be. This is whatever. So anyhow, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Appreciate your support. Welcome to 2022 with us. Before we head out and do anything, Amazing Spider Cam, let them know who you is and how to support you.
You know, check me out on Instagram, amazing_spider can. But you know, amazing spider can, aka Mr. AKA, put your mom in the figure four leg lock. The owner, president, COO, CEO, Blaze Battle Wrestling, get some BBW in your life. And of course, the leader of Spider King. Truth is truth, the facts are the facts. You know, we got the 2-piece thigh and breast sale going on. You know, come get what you want to get.
Breast. Wait, who eat breast? Weirdo.
Please, good
Talk
chicken.
about that dark meat.
Wow.
Nah, dark meat, baby. Them thighs. Give me them thighs and them legs.
You be eating them fucking drums. I know you be eating them drums.
Fuck them up.
Because they juicy and flavorful. And honestly, like thighs are my favorite piece. Yeah, man. I love thighs. That's the best piece is the thigh.
Give me a
thigh. I'm just saying, Mike Hennessy, let them know who you is and how to support you, where to find you.
That's Mike Hennessy. Follow me on Instagram, Mike Hennessy 215. Follow me on Twitch, Mike Hennessy 23. I'll game all the fucking time for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, I'll get my game on. Go on my TikTok, Mike Hennessy 215. You can follow me on all those. You know, I'm the baby face WWE everything over here. I'm winning like a motherfucker, so I really, you know, I just be sitting there looking like, damn, they just don't know how to draft. So it's like, as much as y'all like y'all draft,
wow,
yo, son, Edge is okay, you know.
You over there just talking all the hot
now
shit.
I'm just living life, you know, shit is happening good over here, and you know, in the KFC side, you know, we got the wings, we got things, we got everything. You know what I mean? We ain't got no bullshit chicken. You know, I don't know what's going on the chicken side with Cam. You know, I guess
just FYI, wings are white meat, so that's probably the only exception to the white meat rule. I will fuck up some wings.
You like barbecue wings, you like hot wings, you like wings, period. But you know, it's the Kansas and finest champions over here. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
It's okay, baby. Go to YouTube and watch it. We love you. All right, y'all. Y'all already know who I am and who I be, but if you don't, I'll remind you in just a second. But first, let me remind you to go to headnerdsincharge.com. Join the email list again, because you need to be up and abreast and updated about what the fuck is going on in 2022. It just started. Go on and check out the merch that we got. I got my NWO on, Nerd World Order, which is one of the dark match pieces that we have on sale. I have a t-shirt as well, the Goddess of the Odd. It's beautiful. Go on over to patreon.com/head nerds in charge, because we need that support, baby. We got a lot of big things happening, and there's a lot of content on there for your viewing and enjoying pleasure. So go ahead and support. Tiers start as low as $1, but the fun shit don't really pop off to the $10 tier and beyond. So go ahead and check that out. See if you want to, you know, get in where you fit in while you can. You know what I'm saying? So King Kurt Live, we definitely appreciate you and all of your shenanigans and your wisdom as always. Thank you so much for all that. Yeah. And this is your favorite friendly neighborhood queer, LJ the Great, the Goddess of the Odd, coming at you live by the colors of the goddamn rainbow, as always. President, owner, founder, COO, CFO, CEO, all that shit. Head bitch in charge at GAWD, Glorious Ascension Wrestling Division. The best of the best. Don't give a fuck about them other people over there. We weirdos over here, and weirdos always win. Age of the Geek, baby. Stay strong. So anyhow, we will see y'all later next time for episode 18. We appreciate y'all coming out. Have a good night, bitches.
Time for Stone Cold! And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.